back to 20 car. From the moment you lay eyes on the 2025 Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Unofficial concept, you're confronted with an aesthetic revolution. Its silhouette blends razor-sharp angles and sinuous curves, evoking both predator and performance machine in one. The matte pearl carbon gray bodywork shimmers subtly under sunlight, while dihedral scissor doors flank the cockpit with a promise of drama and theater. At the front, a newly sculpted Y-shaped LED headlight signature integrates seamlessly into an aggressive carbon fiber splitter, channeling airflow with surgical precision. The side profile reveals modified air intakes, enlarged dramatically to feed a reimagined mid-mounted V12, and wheel arches that house ultralight forged magnesium rims. Wrapping the rear is a seamlessly integrated fixed wing with active flaps, an element often absent on production Aventadors, providing aerodynamic downforce that's both functional and visually arresting. Every angle tells a story of raw power tamed by refined design, positioning this concept as a visual icon in the supercar pantheon. Interior specifications. Step inside, and you're greeted by a fusion of bespoke luxury and racetrack readiness. The cabin, trimmed in Phoenix red Alcantara and exposed carbon fiber, balances warmth and austerity. A high-resolution 12.3-inch customizable digital cluster offers 3 distinct modes: Strada, Sport, Corsa, each reconfiguring instrument layout and color themes instantly. Adjacent, an integrated head-up display projects key data onto the windshield, minimizing driver distraction. The center console features a novel haptic touchpad patterned after a bull's hide, an homage to Lamborghini's emblem, allowing gesture control for navigation and infotainment. Below, snug carbon fiber-backed bucket seats cradle occupants with adjustable side bolsters and integrated cooling channels. Unseen, a novel synthetic bio-leather derived from grape must-wrap store panels, marrying eco-consciousness with Italian craftsmanship. Ambient lighting traces the cabin's contours, shifting hue based on driving mode, turning the interior into a living organism that breathes with your drive. Competitors. In the supercar arena, the unofficial 2025 Aventador SVJ concept squashes rivals like the Ferrari 812 Superfast, McLaren 765 LT, and the Pagani Huayra are compared to the Ferrari's flamboyant curves. Lamborghini's concept emphasizes angular aggression, signaling a more militant stance. Against the McLaren's lightweight philosophy, the SVJ concept's advanced magnesium chassis and carbon monocoque deliver comparable weight savings, but with a more visceral exhaust note and dramatic styling. And unlike Huayra's boutique exclusivity, the SVJ concept melds hypercar performance with everyday usability, thanks to adaptive suspension and selectable drive modes, offering owners the thrill of track days without compromising street comfort. Where competitors often trade one virtue for another, this concept marries them all in one coherent package. Price. As an unofficial concept nodding to wild ambitions rather than dealer showrooms, pricing is hypothetical yet indicative of its premium positioning. Estimated between €950,000 and €1,150,000, it sits above the standard Aventador SVJ's €550,000 starting price and eclipses many limited edition supercars. This range reflects bespoke bodywork, limited series status, and advanced engineering features, making it a unicorn for collectors and enthusiasts alike. In today's market, where hypercar prices have soared into the multi-million range, this concept conceptually occupies a sweet spot. Rare enough to be exclusive, yet accessible compared to seven-figure beasts like the LaFerrari or the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Ownership costs. Owning a supercar, or in this case, a concept-level masterpiece, carries significant commitments beyond the sticker price. Maintenance. Annual servicing with Lamborghini-certified technicians runs about €8,000, €12,000, covering fluid changes, brake inspections, and calibration of active aero systems. Insurance. Assuming full coverage and track usage, premiums hover near €25,000, €35,000 per year, influenced by driver profile and annual mileage. Depreciation. Traditional Aventadors see 20–25% depreciation over 5 years, but limited concept models often retain or even appreciate value, projecting near zero depreciation if provenance and certification align. Tires and brakes. Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires and carbon ceramic brakes average €6,000, €8,000 annually, depending on driving style. Storage and upkeep. Climate-controlled storage protects exotic finishes, costing between €3,000, €5,000 per year. Miscellaneous. Fuel consumption at peak performance demands premium unleaded at roughly €2.10 per liter, translating to €40 per fill-up under spirited driving. Altogether, anticipate €50,000, €70,000 annually in ownership expenses, a significant investment that underscores the exclusivity and engineering prowess of this concept. Driving experience. On the road, the unofficial Aventador SVJ concept feels like strapping into a champion fighter jet. The 6.5-liter V12 roars to life with a spine-tingling crackle, idle vibrations calibrated to convey raw authenticity. Engage sport mode, and the active suspension stiffens, the steering rack sharpens, and the exhaust valves fling open, transforming the car from Grand Tourer to track predator. Acceleration is instantaneous, 0-100 km height in a lightning 2.6 seconds, matched by an exhilarating jitter in your spine as 780 horsepower floods the rear wheels. Cornering is a symphony of grip and balance. The active aero wing adjusts on the fly, increasing downforce by up to 20% under lateral load, allowing you to rifle through S's with unshakable confidence. On public roads, adaptive dampers soften impacts without dulling feedback, maintaining a livable ride for daily use. Yet usher the Aventador onto a closed circuit, and every surface imperfection becomes a heightened sensory experience, reminding you that this car lives for speed. Pros and cons. Pros. Iconic design, striking exterior that blends tradition with futuristic aggression. Advanced aerodynamics, active elements deliver exceptional stability and cornering prowess. V12 power, undiluted, naturally aspirated roar with thrilling performance metrics. Bespoke interior, eco-leather, customizable lighting, and haptic controls set new luxury benchmarks. Collectability, limited series concept status likely to appreciate over time. Cons. High ownership costs, significant annual expenses for maintenance, insurance, and storage. Limited practicality, minimal cargo space and low ground clearance restrict daily usability. Noise levels, V12 audio, while exhilarating, can be fatiguing on long drives. Hypothetical availability, as an unofficial concept, production and certification remain uncertain. Technical specifications. Engine, 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12. Power output, 780 horsepower at 8,700 revolutions per minute. Torque, 720 Nm at 6,500 revolutions per minute. Transmission, 7-speed ISR. Chassis, carbon fiber monocoque with magnesium subframes. Suspension, pushrod front multi-link rear with adaptive magneto-rheological dampers. Brakes, carbon ceramic discs. Weight, 1,520 kg curb weight. Aerodynamics, active front splitter, underbody diffusers, rear wing with adaptive flaps. Performance. 0-100 km height, 2.6 seconds. 0-200 km height, 7.8 seconds. Top speed, 355 km height. Braking, 31 meters. Lateral acceleration, 1.25 grams on closed circuit. On everyday roads, acceleration is instantaneous with minimal turbo lag, because there isn't any. Under hard track use, downforce spikes by 30% at 250 km height, offering unparalleled stability. The steering's hydraulic electric assist delivers a direct connection to the road surface, making micro adjustments feel natural even at breakneck speeds.